Well, it's November 6th of 2022, and we're up to a little bit of a different project today. Well, it's not really different. We're just doing miscellaneous, whatever happens in any given day. Today we're going to do a little bit of renovation in behind me here, behind the wood cook stove here. It's not a cook stove, it's just a heater. There's a white piece of paneling back here behind the chimney and the firebox, and it should go all the way up to the ceiling, but I never did get it up that far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace it with some galvalume top to bottom. So what we got here, and we got our very professional carpentry pencil. In case you need to sharpen it, we got these here kind of old style pencil sharpeners made to sharpen the flat carpenter pencil. Totally amazing. Safety glasses, hammer, level, got other miscellaneous stuff there to get the job done, and we'll get back to you when we get things marked out and remove this hardboard and get things lined up so we're ready to install our galvalume. Well, we're back at this little renovation project here. It's been a couple of 3 days. I did get the panel board off the back, put that away, and I got these two trim molds mounted in the on the wall. They got little spacers, inch spacers there, so it'll hold it about an inch away from the wall, you know, for a little air to flow in behind. I got this panel over here just leaning against the fridge, and I do have it cut at the top there for a 512 pitch. And we're going to have that put in behind there. I got 3 of these mold pieces, J molds. 2 were the uprights, of which I got installed. But the third piece, with my fancy tape measure and measuring device, I managed to cut the angles on it wrong the first time. And the second time I got the angles cut right. But the panel over there I took as it's 36 inches, covers 36 inches. I did measure it, and I did measure out 39 inches, but when I went to cut my cross pieces on the bottom and for the bottom and the top, I went with it's 36 inches wide, not 39, and one thing led to another, and I basically destroyed the full length of that panel, you know, that J mold. So I don't have a J mold that's going to be long enough to go across the bottom and or the top, so I had to order more J mold. So we're just kind of waiting on that, and but it should be ready to go. This is set out to 39 inches apart. Then so we'll slide that paneling in behind here and just tuck it in and bend it in, and it'll slide up and lock into the top J mold. And then I'll lift up the bottom one and screw it down, and so it'll be held, the weight of the paneling will be held by the bottom J mold. You're just holding it up, and these side molds, they're just basically to keep it away from the wall and whatnot. But I got these little plastic anchor mounting things there for, you know, to put into your drywall, because there's no studs where the screw had to go. Not like the old paneling, I screwed that directly into the studding, but here it's out of width, so it's in between the studs. And this is a once over deal, of which I found out. You can use the plastic insert several times, but you can only put it in the hole once, because it screws in and it really mangles that drywall. It'll hold really good the first time in, but you can't put it in the same hole twice. So I had a little bit of a problem on this the very first one I put in, of course. That's the problem with your, kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none. You work with this once or twice in your lifetime, and really, you know, a learning curve every time. But anyway, I'll bring you back in probably a couple of days when we have our other J mold here, and hopefully I'll cut it to the right length, right angles, and not screw up anymore. Well, we'll see what happens. And a few days later, and we just got our replacement J mold back in this morning, just got it home. So we're going to continue with this project here and just finish this heat shield at the back of the stove. So we just have to, already got the bottom one cut to 39 inches this time. It covers 36 inches, but the panel is 39 inches long and 39 inches wide. Normally the 36 inch across, it overlaps 1.5 inches on either side when you're filling in a wall or something like complete. So it only covers 36 inches, but the panel is still 39 inches. And in our case here, or my case here, I need 30, it's 39 edge to edge because it's just one sheet. So I guess that's where I cross things up in my mind, and 36, 39, whatever, cut the damn thing wrong twice, whatever. But anyway, pay the price, get a new one, start over. So now I'm just going to pull this panel out of place, put it off to the side, and make my top trim that goes up against the ceiling, and then put our metal back in place, slide it up, put the bottom in, screw it all down. We'll just bring you on back when we get things organized and make some progress. We're going to see if we can get this top crossover piece. We got it cut out to the 512 angles. Going to see if we can get it in there and screwed down without too much problems. Well, that's one in there. I shake it the best of times, and working up in that there kind of a environment is really bad for me. Well, that one went in there all right, so we'll get this second one in. And it's just to mark it, I'm going to have to run those plastic anchors in, the marker holes. Okay, now that that's in there, now I'm going to have to pull that out of there somehow. It's just gone into the drywall without any strength to it. And we'll go to the other side, pull it, and then this one will come out. I'm going to just leave it up I'm just going to leave it screwed up there with those just regular screws with no anchors in. Seems like it's fairly firm. They're just going to rest on top of the paneling, and we'll see how it goes. I'm sure it's going to stay there. It's hooked in between the two uprights, and I think it'll be all right the way it is. Okay, we got the uprights in, the top crossover up there. I'm going to move this panel back in and finagle it in there and raise it up, and then tie down the bottom end. You're just going to determine you're going to be underfoot. You'll be going outside. Go through a little finagling, but I think we got her in there. Dog needs out, got the neighbors driving by, so she has to go bark at them. Well, that was the last screw to put in to hold the base plate up. I had to take that out of there 3 or 4 or 5 different times just to cut it so it'll sneak in behind the uprights and hold each other together, but she's in there now. I think it'll be good enough for the girls we go with. And that's the end of that project. Got that heat shield in there. One step at a time.